All right, guys and gals, for the final topic for today, speaking of voice acting, for those that may or may not be aware, now, of course, coming sometime this year, actually late July, July 29 of this year, there's going to be a DC League of Super Pets movie, which is totally unexpected, but this was announced in last year's DC Super Fandom. Once again, it's going to be handled by Warner Animation Group for this film. It's based on a legion of super pets. Now, the only reason why I'm mentioning this is because there was like another short trailer. This time, it did involve Batman making an appearance, and even more interesting, for the role of Batman in this movie, it's gonna be by Keanu Reeves. So for this movie, not Kevin Conroy, which I would have preferred personally, but Keanu Reeves will be voicing Batman in this movie, and based on a small sample size, I like that he brought the, his distinctive, you know, distinctive rough role to the movie. I kind of, it fit the character really well. So, I mean, plus we heard Keanu Reeves on the Toy Story 4 movie as that motorcycle toy. The guy who, the Canadian motorbike rider with the motorcycle in Toy Story 4. So I like that Keanu Reeves kind of brought this sort of roughness for the Batman movie role, voice acting role, I should say. And I think it'll be really cool and interesting. Now, of course, some people may be already familiar. The movie does have the main cast from the promotional teaser poster. Dwayne Johnson as Crypto the Superdog, who's basically Superman's pet dog, and Kevin Hart as Ace the Bat Hound, a hound who acquires powers of super strength and invulnerability, and Batman's pet dog. I mean, if someone told me that Batman ever had a pet dog, I would think you would be lying. Seriously, I never would have guessed that Batman, of all people, having a pet. So I thought that's kind of interesting and strange. But now, of course, there are some of the character roles. I mean, there are going to be the rest of the Justice League, but it's not fully clear who yet. However, Mark Maron is going to be Lex Luthor. Yeah, I should mention John Krasinski is going to be Superman, so that's also good to know. And even a couple of characters I don't think I've ever heard of, like Merton and Chip. Yeah. I do remember the Crypto the Superdog character. I've seen the character before. I think in the Titan show, when Crypto made an appearance, maybe in season 2, season 3, along with Superboy. I forgot the character's actual name, but like definitely, or yeah, like his human name, whatever you want to call it. He's famously known as Superboy, but like his own civilian name or whatever he was born with the Kryptonian Lex Luthor genetics. With the black T-shirt, but also the famous red Superman logo. But yeah, I mean, why and what's the idea behind this movie other than to make a superhero comedy? I don't know, but it could resonate well with children, and I think there might be appeal for grown-ups, especially for grown-ups that are looking for more of a comedic superhero comic book movie in DC. DC Comics usually a bit more of a serious, grimmer, darker tone, as opposed to Marvel, although Marvel are capable of not being so, cheerful and bright. Obviously, we've seen plenty of serious Marvel projects, but so I guess this is kind of a way of giving more of a brighter side for DC, especially since DC kind of has more of, especially the shows I should mention. I mean, of all the well-known DC comic book shows on the CW, it's easily Arrow, which has been more of a more grounded, darker tone. Although season 3 and 4 kind of went on the more mystical route, but one of the accusations, now that I think about it, one of the accusations of Arrow has been sort of trying to be a bit more too similar to Batman. When you think about seasons 2 and 3, because season 2 main villain Deathstroke, season 3 villain Ra's al Ghul, who's just more, both of them are really more Batman villains, even though they've collided with other DC comic book heroes. They're both famous for being Batman villains and coming to conflict with Batman for one reason or another. So I think maybe that's why, as it's obvious, one of the reasons why Arrow has been criticized. But and something, it's just a bit strange to me. It's okay for Bruce Wayne to appear on TV, but not Batman. Maybe it's just so that there isn't any money loss, or I don't know, for financial reasons. Supposedly, this is just my thinking. I never understood it. You can have Bruce Wayne as a kid in that Gotham series that was on Fox, and Bruce Wayne, grown up older man, on Titans, but not Batman. Like, the only time there was really Batman on TV is like literally at the very, very, very end of the Gotham series finale for like 5 seconds. Other than that, there was like literally no Batman on TV. You can have Bruce Wayne on TV, but not Batman. And it's also okay to have Superman. You can have Superman on TV. In fact, there's actually Superman on TV for that Superman and Lois TV show that's now in its second season on the CW, and it even appeared in crossovers with other CW shows like The Flash and Arrow and so forth. Supergirl obviously making appearances on Supergirl, but it's okay to have Superman on TV, but not Batman? Anyway, sorry for that rant. It's just something that I've noticed and that was always strange to me.